Hey, welcome back to my channel, Best Practice Gaming. My name is Rob. Happy 4th of July to everybody. I'm doing the 3 final side quests here. I've made sure these are the last 3 here. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of these. I've just been doing a lot of work lately here. But these should go pretty quickly here. So let's start with our first one here. Alright, we've got this truck here, so we'll start here. Warehouse delivery. How much wood would a woodchuck, if a woodchuck could, chuck wood? I was never very good at those kind of phrases. I don't know, but I hope you can chuck a lot. It's over the warehouse, or I hope you can chuck a lot of it over at the warehouse right away. Alright, let's get going here. We'll just drive up to the warehouse there. Let's see how we're going to do this. We'll just go all the way around. Excuse me, allergy season is back in full swing here where I live, so that's just kind of how it is. Especially if you're like going outside and working every day, which I'm doing. I just took a little bit of time to finish these quests here, and then I have to go out and go back to work. I think I have enough wood. I'll figure it out when I get there. Dane's a pretty good truck here, but it's a little low for my taste. I'll make sure I'm going in the right direction. Yeah, I'm going in the right direction. I would cross at the center map, but there is no quest to restore the bridge, so that's a thing. Truck go. Wow. It's just like plowing right through the mud. So I plan on putting more RAM in this PC and a better graphics card. I was going to buy one a few weeks ago, but I want to look at the system board inside the PC and get a better power supply, and I just want to push the system board as far as I can take it. So that's my plan when it comes to upgrading this PC. Just because there's a few games I want to play that I just can't really play on this PC yet. there's the fuel truck. I like the fact that the Dan is so long that the camera just can't get around it very well. That to me, that's just kind of funny. And I've never noticed this before. Maybe it has dual tanks on it. No, it's got like a tank right there and then a tank on the side there. Those are both the fuel tanks. I'm surprised I've never noticed that before. It used to be a long time ago, probably in the early 90s. The Ford trucks and also plenty of other trucks, they had flippable gas tanks. So you had two gas tanks in a vehicle and you could flip them over. And the reason why that piece of engineering went away is because gas tanks just got way bigger, so you can just have one large gas tank. So that's why you don't see the flippable gas tanks as often. Or you might not even see them at all anymore. I know older trucks had those. I think my family still has one of those kind of trucks. But it's like an old, like really like 90s type truck. Excuse me, I can't stop with the allergies today. I'm probably going to watch some fireworks tonight, or maybe pick up some fireworks and light some off. I'm already starting to see people lighting off fireworks like during the day. Like yesterday, people were lighting off like little sparklers during the day and stuff like that. For the area I was working in. And for the areas I am, fireworks are not illegal, but you know where I'm from, like fireworks are banned and stuff like that. Not everywhere, just in certain cities in the Northwest. West, so that's something you see a lot on the West Coast. That doesn't seem to be like an East Coast thing here. At least I haven't seen any banned fireworks. However, I have been told if you go one state over, you can get fireworks that are, I guess, not legal. Fireworks aren't banned, but you can get fireworks that are not legal. It's the same concept of going to a reservation and getting reservation fireworks. Now they don't have any reservations where I live. That's just not a thing. But you know, like in the Seattle, the greater Seattle area, they do have like reservations, like around Auburn and Puyallup, where you can get those type of fireworks. Here you have to go one state over. That's the point I'm trying to make. And I'm not going to state what state that is. Too long of a truck to make these turns. Hopefully, okay, I haven't done any of those yet. That's one other problem with the Dan. It's just a very long truck, so if you're trying to make tight turns, it's just not that great for very tight turns here. There we go. I thought maybe the lights were not on, but it's just really, really foggy. Let's take a look at the interior here. The interior is, I always say it's very nice, but it's, you know, it's very clean and detailed. I just did the same thing for my car. I was told there's like a thing going on where if your car is like too dirty, you can't pick up any orders or anything like that. So I thought that was interesting. My car wasn't that dirty to begin with. It just needed to be cleaned up here and there, especially the trunk. Here we go. Alright, I didn't get gold, but I wasn't going for gold. Let's take a look at the some of the other quests here. But before I do that, let me put this truck away here. Because now that I'm done with this quest, I'm moving on to the main quests here and trying to wrap up this map. Alright, let's take a look at this quest here. The pier is almost finished, but it seems to be half the wood shipment they received was rotten. They need more wood fast. Alright, let's go ahead and accept this. I'm actually going to try to go around this area here. So let's get going here. Try to swing around, go through the fences, and then get back on track. Nothing but wild area over here. I'm surprised the truck didn't sink. Incredible. There's just something about the Vorons that are they're good support trucks. I really like them. I'm probably going to be sticking with these until I find something better. And if I don't find anything better, that's okay. All right, off to the pier. So I came up with a little country joke the other day when I was doing my deliveries. I'm like, it's not a country town unless they really have a John Deere Center that looks brand new with all kinds of tractors out front, like it's a car show. That was just a joke I came up with, because in a lot of the small towns that I deliver to, they all have like John Deere centers with like different types of tractors on sale. And I'm personally surprised I don't see more John Deere vehicles in this game. They're very useful farm vehicles, but I guess you can't use them as trucks. There is one John Deere vehicle that I've seen so far that I would personally like to drive, and its drive height is like, excuse me, its drive height is almost 8 feet in the air, and it's got very large wheels. I don't know what it actually is, but I think that would be a fun vehicle to try to drive around. I see it driving around on the streets and stuff because, you know, they're farm vehicles going to other farms to take care of business, so I think that's really interesting. And it's not a tractor. It's got like a large tank on it. I don't know what it is. I don't really have time to go and look it up when I'm out and driving around, but I'll probably look it up today. It's got very large wheels. It's got a tank, and like you have to climb like a 6-foot ladder to get up to the driving seat. I think that would be a fun off-roading vehicle to drive. Just convert that into an off-road vehicle and just drive that around. I mean, you have the clearance, so you can get over almost everything. All right, here we go. One really fun truck I saw yesterday. I saw a 1960s Mack truck driving around in the area I was working, and it looked completely rusted out on the outside, but it still ran just fine on the same engine. I thought that was very fascinating, because I saw it parked, and then I saw them get up and just start driving it around like nothing. There's nothing wrong with it. It just looked very old. I thought that was an interesting truck to see. I like all the older trucks because they're much more interesting to me. They have different cab conversions like you don't normally see, stuff like that. All right, that handles the pier delivery. Now I actually did get the Mac Pack for this game here. And I've got the Mac Pinnacle, so let's get started here. Let's see here. Where am I going with this? I don't exactly remember. Oh, I'm going up to the oil field. All right, so I go down this way and just go straight up. Let's just get going here. One of the things I've learned about trucks and vehicles is like the countryside is where vehicles, they just go to die, like trees grow around them. They just hang out there for like years on end. And if one was really apt or inclined, you could probably get them back up and running with like a little TLC, possibly on the same engine. But it's not just trucks. I see like cars, limos, all kinds of stuff out in the countryside that's just been sitting there for many years. I've even seen a few trucks from this game sitting out in the countryside, just not moving. Like the Kodiak truck, I've seen a bunch of those out in the countryside. And then let's see here. What other trucks have I seen? The starting truck, the little Scout, the Chevy truck. I've seen that one out in the countryside, just not going anywhere, not moving, just all kinds of stuff just growing up and around it. So, you know, that's interesting to me, just to see all that kind of stuff. There we go. It's not a very tall truck, so it makes sense that it would get stuck in that like little river type area. Not a river, just like where the road has just been edged out by water so much. But it is a nice little powerful truck. I mean, I like it. I'm enjoying using it. Let's take a look at the inside here. And of course, I have to look this model up just to know anything about it. I don't really know much about it. I just see Mack trucks everywhere, and I thought this would be interesting to have. And of course, the two metals I'm hauling here, they're not light material, they're actually really heavy. So this truck is doing a great job at this, especially in the deep mud areas. It's just pushing right through it. Stick in there. That possibly could be the gear shifter right there, but I think R and D could be reverse, neutral, drive, and then there's higher and lower gear with the plus and minus, and then medium with the M there. So those just might be gear controls, and then possibly that stick down there is how you shift the gears. So that's just something I'm curious about when looking at that. I see a lot of gotta turn that off. I see a lot of modern vehicles they have something like that now. Some vehicles I've seen out on the road, they have both automatic and stick shift drive, so I think that's interesting. can. Make sure I don't run out of fuel here. Now that I at least have a little bit of money put away, now I'm thinking about going back to the truck training here because I have enough to do the schooling that I don't have to like take out a loan or anything like that. So I'm actually giving that serious consideration because I mean I'm making a decent amount on Spark, so I'm wondering how much I can make just doing just trucking or just like local trucking, like driving like a dump truck or something like that. So that's something I've been considering and strongly thinking about. So I'll definitely know in the future here once I meet more of my goals. But I think it'd be fun to drive a truck for a living. That's just me. I know a lot of people don't really find it fun or enjoyable, or wouldn't even consider it. All right, fantastic. Thanks to the Neck Pinnacle here, we've finished our last side quest. If you guys like what you're seeing, be sure to like and subscribe to Best Practice Gaming. Be sure to hit the bell notification icon for any new content coming out, and be sure to leave a comment if you're interested in seeing anything specific or you want to see a certain truck in action. With all of that, everybody have a great 4th of July and have a great day.